Let's try this one. Hey, everybody. Okay, so we are trying out our new live features with the different platforms that we use. We just got off TikTok and did okay. I'm still learning, so I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told TikTok people. I'm trying, people. I'm trying to get this word out. I'm Jackie James says you would try on suit, but I am working on perfecting this. I know nothing's perfect, but I am working on getting this up and running the way it should be. So I'm going to be like playing with the different controls and stuff, um, just to see how it goes. I did a live. I'm doing a live on um, my Oracle deck that I created, which is which is Say It With Your Soul Oracle deck. Um, it is a deck specifically designed for interaction. So if you would like a card pull, just say yes, me, whatever, and I will pull a card for you. But we are going to see how this goes. They are going to, it also is The Spirit Speaks. It's the TV show The Spirit Speaks. So, however the spirit wants to move, even if the spirit just wants not to do anything, and it just teaches me to show up. So, this is me showing up. I'm going to shuffle these. I'm trying to look for the timer. Okay, we are going to give it a couple of minutes, to see if anyone joins. If no one joins, then we will move on to something different. I would like these lives to be productive. That's what I'm looking for, to be productive, to help people to understand for myself what it entails to do this. Because, like I told you guys before, I was challenged to actually step out of the shadows and actually speak and use. And it's funny because you probably can see this if you're not on, because there's no one on yet. This is one of my cards, and the one for me is, it says, I speak my truth even when my voice shakes. So that's my card that I got for myself while I was shuffling. So it is what it is, people. It is what it is. I am going to just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Just keep showing up. Keep seeing what works, what doesn't work. How to help, how to heal, how to give hope. That's what I'm here for. Hope, help, healing. You know, um, I'll tell you a little about me. I am pretty much all things to all people. I am something to someone. And those that know what I'm talking about know exactly what I'm talking about. I am something to someone. And I was born and raised in New York. I was born in the Bronx. I moved to Queens. I've been in Queens my entire life. That's where I grew up. So New York is the thing for me. This New York is the place for me right now. I don't know if I'm going to stay in New York forever. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll definitely see how it goes. Um, I created this oracle, this deck, uh, last year when I was going through a lot of spiritual elevations, things that I needed to remember and to like focus on. And they sent me the download for these cards. So I started to make these decks. This is one of my decks. It is not for sale yet because it was and is my deck. If people want it and they ask for it, then I will put it in the store when the store is ready. Until then, right now, it's just a one-off deck. It's just mine. Um, I know a lot of my family and friends who want me to sell. It's like, why would you say that? It's true, because it's true. I'm not going to tell you anything that is not true. I'm not going to over exaggerate my life because my life is crazy as is. I don't need to over exaggerate it, or exaggerate it, I should say. Over exaggerate it is crazy, but I don't need to exaggerate it. So we are 5 minutes in, and I don't know where everyone is. Everybody's probably, it's a Saturday. What's today? Today's Sunday. What's today? Today's Sunday. Today's Sunday. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Today is Sunday. I gotta go into the office tomorrow. I have interviews. Interviews for we are hiring for EA for one of our deputy commissioners. She is a lovely woman. We are interviewing for her person, and I think we have a couple of them coming in tomorrow. So that's what I will be doing. I told you, I wear many hats. I'm a lot of things. I'm all things to all people. We haven't got anything yet, so I'm going to keep shuffling and see if someone comes on. If not, then this tells me what I need to know, because I'm looking to see where to put my efforts. Um, because I do so much, I can't spread myself too thin. And if you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm so exhausted, you might be spreading yourself too thin. You might be spreading yourself too thin. And in spreading yourself too thin, you know, you get tired. You get tired, you get drained, you get annoyed, you get cranky. I know it was happening to me. And then I'm like, okay, if I go live, what platform is the best platform for me to go live in? So that's what I'm doing today. Granted, I'm not going to just make my determination on one day. I am going to try different times and different ways on how to do it. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, I am pulling from my Say It With Your Soul is upside down. Say It With Your Soul deck. If you would like me to pull a card for you, just write me in the comments and I will pull a card for you. If not, we will move on to something completely different. I still, I don't, I watch lives with people sometimes, and it's like, I noticed that the lives that person's really not doing anything. They got like a gazillion people, and I'm just like, okay, what are you watching? So it's like watching a TV show. You have 1,000 channels, and you just see what's on, and hopefully, you like what you see when you see me get on. So once again, I am pulling from my deck. I'm going to wait until 13 minutes to move on. We have a window of 13 minutes for this deck. So if you want to know what your soul wants you to know, write me in the comments and I will pull cards for you. And the beauty of it is, if it's just one person, I could just pull cards for you all day. And then we'll see what your soul wants you to know. And you just keep saying me, 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 me. And I'll just keep pulling, 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 pulling. You know, I don't know how to do this once we start having like thousands of people watching. I might do it a little differently. I might like do top or just randomly pick people by muscle testing. So I might do that too. I don't know. I don't know. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. It's 9:20, 11. So it's 9:20. What do I want you guys to know? I want you to know it's going to be okay. I do. I don't want to waste a live, just because there's no one on. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just keep moving forward. I know things aren't, and I might just be talking to myself, giving myself a pep talk. I know things aren't the way you want it to be right now. I know that there are days that you just like sit and cry. I know that there are days that see is that not like to sound like the song. It's like it seems like the day's never gonna fucking end. And it's just like it's just one thing after the other. And it's you're having a tower moment. You're having a moment where everything has to fall apart for it to recalibrate. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Um, me, Spirit Speaks is going to go for it. So it hurts a lot when you want something or someone or anything, and you feel like no matter how much effort, change, or growth you've done, you still can't have it. And it it messes with your psyche. I'm trying not to curse, but it messes with your psyche. It messes with what you believe you're entitled to, because you're like, dude, I went through all the stuff that I went through for this. This is where we're at. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. That's for someone specific. You're asking God why and where is it? It's just not time yet. It's just not time yet. And honestly, it may not come in the form that you expect it to. It might not. And it sucks. Trust me. Trust and believe. I understand. It sucks. It sucks like wholeheartedly. It was chronic 11:11 on the timer. It sucks wholeheartedly, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen somehow. Somehow it's going to happen. You just got to keep moving forward. And if you're like, oh, is it going to happen before I die? I hope so. I hope you don't have to come back in another lifetime to get that fulfilled. I hope so. You know, um, I hope so. And waiting is not my super suit. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, waiting for anything is not my super suit. Doesn't matter where it is. Okay, we got 1 minute before I switch to something else. It's not my super suit. It really isn't. So there's really, when there's nothing left to do, you can't fix anything, you can't clear anything, you can't cry about it anymore, you can't. Just wait. Just sit there and just be like, all right, it is what it freaking is. It like is what it is, because that's literally what it is. It is what it is. And no amount of crying is going to move your spirit team to go faster. No amount of timing is going no timing, no amount of crying, yelling, complaining, or whining is going to move your spirit team to go any faster. It's not. I've done it. It doesn't work. All right, now we're at 13. So now we are going to switch cards, because obviously no one loved to say it was your soul deck today. Nobody wanted to play with me and interact with me today. So that's okay. So are we going to go with this deck? So we are going to go for either people who come in or the recap. So if you want a card pull, just say so. If not, I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Even though I must attest, I love to hear it shuffle. We're going to pull 3 cards and see where we go. What do you want the person that's watching this to know? This is for you. Yeah, you. Okay, cut it. It's in this pile. It's that pile. So there's that pile. Okay, so the first card is number 25. I choose me first. That's the card. I choose me first. Right? I choose me first. I won't abandon myself to keep someone else comfortable. This card shows up when you're on the verge of self abandonment. Pause, ask, am I betraying my truth for their comfort? If the answer is yes, re choose yourself. You don't need their approval more than you need your peace. I'll read it again. Card 25. I choose me first. I won't abandon myself to keep someone else comfortable. This card shows up when you're on the verge of self abandonment. Pause, ask, am I betraying my truth for their comfort? If the answer is yes, choose yourself. You don't need their approval more than you need your peace. Now, this card is important because you have to protect you first. And it's something as a people pleaser, empath, person who just wants to see everybody do well. It took me a time to get this. It was always, I got to do this for this person. I got to do that for that person. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. And meanwhile, everybody's fed and I'm starving. It still happens. It still happens that I have to get this card and be like, hey, you need to stop like abandoning yourself. Stop putting yourself on the back burner. Stop. It's martyrdom is not cool. It's not. It's not. It's not what they make it out to be. Stop doing it. You you need to ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Is this something that I really want to do, or am I doing it to make someone else happy? Like, I did this live because I wanted to do it. A couple of days ago, I got the nudge to do a live. I wasn't in the mood for it. I wasn't in the mood for it. I wasn't ready for it. And this is exactly what I was doing. And I wasn't in the mood for it. So I wasn't in the right vibrational state for it. So I decided I'm going to choose me and not abandon how I'm feeling just to say I did it. So I didn't do it. I did it today. And I was like, you know what? I'm in a better place in my brain to and spirit to and vibration to do this. So I will do it this time and I'll do it the way that we discussed doing it. But it was a choice that benefited me because I wanted to do it. You understand? And it's not that I get, because right now there's nobody on, there's no one watching. It's just me and you. You understand? It's just me. So I'm really not getting any real like instant gratification benefit from it. But since I wanted to do it, I don't care if no one comes on. I care, but I don't care to the point where I'm like, see, I knew I shouldn't have did that. If I would have did it the other day, that's probably what would have happened. And then I would have been annoyed and it would have been a downward spiral. But now I'm like, hey, I'm testing stuff out. I'm seeing if this is something I want to do. I'm trying to see if anyone will engage in it. If not, whatever. We'll try again tomorrow, or we'll try again 2 weeks from now. We'll try again another time. So it's not, there's no end all be all. If this doesn't work out, that means I'm a horrible person type of thing behind it, because I wanted to do it. But if you're doing stuff because it benefits someone else and it doesn't benefit you, and you really don't want to do it, you have to choose yourself. No is a complete sentence and it's final. So if someone's like, oh, please come on, just, hey, I said no. Yeah, I said, and it's like, I am the biggest person with that. Once I say no, it's a no. And once I say yes, it's a yes. But once I say no, it's a no. So that's the first card. Remember, we're doing two more cards. The next card is Return is Rebirth. Every time I come back to myself, I resurrect something holy. You're not starting over, you're rising again. This card is a sacred moment of rebirth. You're shedding who you had to be to survive and stepping into who you're becoming to thrive. Every return to self is a return to power. Welcome back. This card is a very powerful card because the person who this card, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it right here. You're going to feel it. You're going to be like, oh, that card is for me. Even if you're watching the replay. Thanks for watching the replay. Even if you're watching the replay, you're going to look at this card and you're going to be like, that's why I held it up so long. You're going to be like, I did come back to me, because and like I said, these are my cards. So I use these cards. I 100% did come back to myself, because I was all over here. I was trying to make sure this person was okay. I was trying to make sure that person was okay. I was doing this. I was all over the place, tuning into people's emotions and stuff. And what I realized was I was not in me. I was out there. And in here was suffering. It was sad. It was lonely. It was bored. It was uninspired. But I was too busy out in the world and looking at what everyone else needed. And I didn't pay attention to what I needed. And it's like, I realized when I started to pull myself back to myself and bring and call my power back to me, I realized that it's like I'm not like, I don't have to start over from scratch. I don't have to be like, oh, I have to be a whole new person now. No, it's just the Keisha that I needed to be to get to here isn't the person I need to be to get to the next plateau or to the next space. The Keisha I had to be to get to here, she had to be hard. She had to be hard. She had to be masculine. She had to let the foundation be built that you don't come from my empire. It had to be like Queen of Swords, and make sure that this doesn't happen, and protect yourself and keep your guard up and all this other stuff. And you see how rough and hard and cold that is? Yeah, that's what got me here. And because the people around me, I had to be that way, because they were a lesson. I said that wrong. They were a lesson, and in them being a lesson, I had to learn the lesson. I had to learn what they were showing me, and why am I dealing with people like this? Like, what is it in my life that's attracting people like this? And I found out I was stuck in a loop. I was stuck in a loop. It was an echo of just stuff from childhood, stuff from my past relationships, all that other stuff. And I realized, okay, I got to stop and learn the lesson and tweak myself to make sure that I don't need to do this lesson again, because I didn't like it. It was uncomfortable. It hurt. I didn't want to do it anymore. So once I started to see the pattern of the people that I was surrounded by, and was able to maneuver the pattern, because just because someone doesn't mesh well with you doesn't mean you got to cut them completely off. You need to know how to work with them. You know what I'm saying? You need to know how to, okay, I can't come to you for this. I can come to you for this and this, but I can't come to you for this and this. You can't get apple juice from an orange. So, does that make sense? You can't. You can't get water from a dry well. If that there's no water in that well, you got to go to a different well. So, what I learned was I was asking people for things, or wanting people to behave certain ways that was not in their characteristics. That wasn't in their job specs. That wasn't in their makeup. You know what I'm saying? And they did. People are not going to change who they are to make you comfortable. If they do, they really do love you. They really do love you. And what you're asking for isn't a lot, because I'm like that. If you're like, hey, I really don't like this, whatever it is, and it's nothing that's going to be detrimental to me, I don't care. I'm like, okay, I won't do it. Or you explain to me like you don't like something, I'd be like, okay, I won't do it. But the majority of the people aren't like that. I did a lot of spiritual work. I did a lot of energy clearing. I did a lot of dark nights of the soul. I thought it was only one time that you go through that. No, it's not. You go through that quite a bit, quite a bit. Um, it seemed like every level had it. I was just like, yo, what is happening? Every level has this dark night of soul where everything just falls apart, and I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah, your rebirth. you return to yourself, and you should. People are not going to. People are not going to be like, "Oh my God, you came back to." No one's going to applaud you. No one's going to applaud you. You have to applaud yourself and know that I know where I was and I know where I am now. I am a lot more in my feminine energy, which has me a lot less exhausted because I've learned to balance it out. I've learned to balance out my masculine and feminine. And when I need to turn up my masculine energy, I turn it up. When I need to turn up my feminine energy, I turn it up. When I need to just balance them out, like I'm balanced out right now today, just balance it out. And it is what it is, you know. That's for someone specific. So we're going to pull one last card from this deck. Once again, it is my Return to Self deck that I created. I'm so excited that I created. We are muscle. I'm the way I pull cards. I just shuffle it because I like to hear it shuffle. But the way I pull cards is I muscle test. I muscle test to pull cards. I will show you muscle testing later. So I muscle test to pull the card, and it's pretty accurate. When I do it for clients, I usually get the right card. I usually get the right card. That's what you hear. You hear me tapping the table. Okay. So the last card, it's funny how they said this. Softness is power. My softness is not weakness. It is sacred intelligence. You've armored up for survival, but now you're learning that your softness isn't a flaw, it's a gift. Let yourself melt, receive, feel. Softness is where intuition lives, and it will lead you home. I'll read that again. I hate reading out loud, but I see that this is what you got to do as an oracle. But here we go. It's number 13. It is softness is power. My softness is not weakness, it is sacred intelligence. You've armored up for survival, but now you're learning that your softness isn't a flaw, it's a gift. Let yourself melt, receive, feel. Softness is where intuition lives, and it will lead you home. That's this card. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I was talking about. It's being in an energy state of flow. It's like I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I'm not like, oh my God, no one's watching. No, it's no longer, oh my God, you got to choose me. No, don't. You don't want to be with me? Don't choose me. You don't like me? You don't need to be my friend. It's very downstream, floating merrily down the stream. And I have my days. Don't get it wrong. I have my days. Why do I have any friends? Why doesn't anyone want to be my friend? Why doesn't anybody want me? There are days that I have. There are fewer and far between. Um, I don't know how else to explain it. It's few and far between. There are days that I am on top of the mountain, and there's days that I'm in the valley, and these cards help me remember what I'm supposed to be focused on. I'm supposed to choose myself first. I'm supposed to make sure I stay and keep returning to myself. And I need to understand I don't need to be hard to have power. Power is a gentle thing, and it's not something that needs to be like bullied into existence or having overly masculine energy to get it done, at least in my life, to get it done. So I am going to end the live there. Those that popped in and said hi, thanks for popping in. Hopefully you will see this on the replay if I know how to put this on the replay properly. If not, I will talk to you guys soon, hopefully to catch you on my next live. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces, and we stay up, stay blessed. Deuces, and we're out.